Good morning. Welcome back. Today we are here and we will continue our subject. And I'm just so happy that, people can see for themselves that, we were right. When we said that our candidate is Makebi Zulu. We were right. That time when we were talking about him, it wasn't fashionable and it wasn't common. It wasn't the in thing. But by the grace of God, Makebi Zulu touched down in Lusaka a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks or so. He touched down in Lusaka. And the people saw for themselves what we have been saying all along. Mwaona Mazambians. Nimakuuzani Mazambians. I always tell you Mazambians, listen to what we are saying. We know what we are talking about. Okay? We know exactly what we are talking about. We've been in this thing for a long time. Tankalamu politics for a long time. We have been there. We have been around for a long time. So we know exactly what we are talking about. Anaka. Let me give you an example. You see, in 1991, we were moving from UNIP, one-party participatory democracy, into multi-party democracy. Maana? And there was an article that blocked all of us. It was called Article 4. So before we could even move to multi-party democracy, we had to deal with the Article 4. We had to repeal Article. We had to do a referendum in order to repeal Article 4. I am giving this context because some people don't really understand. Because the population in Zambia now, over 60% is below 35 years old. This means that the youths are the ones who are in their majority. They are the ones that decide who becomes a president. And because the youths, they don't have most of the youths, they don't have a lot of history about Zambia. One of the things that I think the Minister of Education should be doing is to bring in the context. You see? My youths, they don't know. You ask them any question about the past, they don't know. They don't even know that there was a party called NP, National Party. It was there. They don't know. There was a party called the ANC. They don't know. Sivaziva. Nivana mangono, sivaziva. But the good part is that this is their time. This time I'm talking about now is the time of the youths. Zambia want to sivaziva. Because they are not in tune with God. So they don't understand what is going on in the spirit. They don't. This is the time of the youths. And ine ningakuze nkoni my youths. Ine sindina youth mzanu. My children are the ones who are youths now. Ndiye wali muma 30 something manchi. Mwaonaka. In a time young in 91, I was 30 something. At that time, I had one child that time, By 96, I had 2 kids, you see. So ndiyenze a time I was a youth that time. Wanati promisa kuti, wazati pasamanchito. And I've been waiting up to now. This is the time of the youths. God is a God of fairness. aya madala aya nikuze nkoni, madala aya yamine musanka as presidents, madala aya valina ma problems yambiri. They have got a lot of bitterness in themselves. They have offended each other long time. They can't reconcile. They can't reconcile. And their time is over. It's hard. I am also part of the older generation anyway. So our time is over. I should make it clear. Because I'm part of the old generation. So our time is over. In only time we are my youths. This is a time for youths. And Makebi Zulu is representing that generation of Zambians. You see that we haven't buried President Lungu. Why? Why haven't we buried President Lungu? It's because our bantu wakuru, they have got a lot of grudges among themselves. They can't forgive each other. That's why, Maliro, we haven't buried President Lungu. Ambesaka, you tell me, where is Zumanizimba? It's because of many other bantu. Zumanizimba now is in jail because Yachani. They don't forgive each other, Babantu. If you choose another one, my youths, if you choose another one of my generation, the older generations, Muzanka na problem. Because all these people who are ruling now, they will be arrested in the next government. That's a problem. So you choose a youth who doesn't understand, who doesn't know about all these grudges that these older people have. Asogolere. Me personally, I would be happy if we have got a female young youth again as a running mate to Makebi Zulu. I'll be very happy. Very happy. Nachimbala ni Zadia, ero chizani kola. Chizani kola chimbala. Chizani kola chimbala. But I'll still be fine if the running mate for Makebi Zulu is an adult or is a man. I'll still be fine. Because you know why? I am old enough to understand that a youth should be balanced by an older man who understands who has got more experience, who have lived on earth for a long time. You see? So there is that need of balance. I'll still be fine. I'll still be fine. You see? If we choose a female running mate, I'll still be fine. But why I am here is to let you understand, Makebi Zulu, as a series of load shedding, Makebi Zulu is going to finish load shedding. You know why? Because Makebi Zulu will be focused to the infrastructure. You know, when the infrastructure started, if ever PF, we had so many ideas. And those ideas was difficult to be implemented because we didn't have the road network, Tinaribe infrastructure, and we had a lot of bush. It's now that we have built the country. You see, we have got a road network, Tirina Manyumba Yama, we have got hospitals were built by President ECL, we have got a lot of infrastructure that have been built by President ECL, late President ECL. May he so rest in peace. Thank you. So he did a lot of infrastructure, you see. So in 2021, he was running for president in order to continue where we were in 2021, you see. Having built a lot of infrastructure, it was now time to bring in the nuclear plant, okay? so that we can have what is called nuclear energy. Imwe amene munaphunzira maphunziro ya pamwamba imwe muchita understand, because economics yakukangani, economics yakuvutisani. So much tikuze kodi kuti solution to load shedding is nuclear energy. Mwana ora kuno we're using a nuclear energy. Mwana ka people were lying to us at ku Dubai kuli electricity 24/7, but there is no rain. Ku Dubai kuli electricity 24/7, but there is no rain. So, according to their own words, they are judging themselves. According to their own words, they are judging themselves. Vanakamba kuti ku Dubai kulibe mvula. There is no rain in Dubai, but there is electricity 24/7. They have failed. They were complaining about 6 hours of load shedding. Now we have got 23 hours of load shedding, and they want people to be clapping. Then, me, I'm not even an economist, but I understand these basic economic things. I understand them very well. I'm not even an economist. You can't have development without power. It's not possible. Ayo numbers yamene wakupasani ni binzi. Ero binzi yakaena. Ni jamene siku pia msanga yaka blageti. Ni binzi yamene wakupasani. My numbers, economy has grown, economy this. No. Onani, in economy is direct proportion. Mwambesaka, when you have got high demand, the price will go up. If you supply, you bring in a lot of supply, and the demand goes down, the price also goes down. It's very simple, direct proportion. My mathematics teacher palikablonga pajezo kabati pakablonga boys so kabati direct proportion. Direct proportion. That's how these things work. Now, bringing that formula into practical life, we had no maize, we had no corn, kuna wakambati corn or grain. We had no grain, but Zambia tikambati maize. We had no maize. Now that we are beginning to have some surplus, somebody wants to sell everything. Like that. What kind of thinking is that? That's why the price will never come down, because the supply has been much. So instead of flooding the maize on the market, so that now you can bring down the demand, because when you bring down the demand, you bring down the price. Muntu akana achinja nzeru. My businessmen in Zambiazi. Believe me, I am a businessman. I'm not saying that my businessman wants in wipa. Nikamba chekuti my businessman nivo shupa wayangana profit niyamani wayangana. Even when they are running the country, to them it's like a business. Running a country is different from running a business, because you are dealing with human beings. You are not dealing with masaka ya milisimo ya longa pa track. Siyakamba yaja. Pamene wachi kapajam pamene chizankala na mairo. Man, it's different from human beings. Manaka. So, instead of flooding the maize into the market so that you can reduce the demand, by reducing the demand, you will also reduce the price. That's how it is. Wakana, no. We are going to sell the surplus. How can you sell the surplus when the price of mini meal is still very high? How? So allow Makebi Zulu apitilize program ya mnatina nayo mu 2021 prior to 2021 elections. We had that program yakutimanje tibwerese after we have done all the infrastructures, tilina ma road network, tilina ma hospitals, ma clinics, tilina ma police homes, we have built everything now. Zambia is no longer a bush. Zambia is no longer a bush. Now, we have to bring in now nuclear energy. If we can invest in nuclear energy, then the problem ya load shedding, we can deal with it. Ndiyo mwamene chiriri. Mwaonaka? Kuja kuma Dubai, kuja community kamba vonse vija. They have invested a lot in energy. That's why it's like that. So this is why I'm insisting, Kuti, Makebi Zulu is the way to go. And the only thing we can do as Zambians is to unite. That's why abantu bali kuma UK yaba bamene bakambati yayi Makebi Zulu chakuti you are giving them awkward nicknames and all those things. Pose vija nikulakwa kweka. Nikulakwa kweka kuja. Mwaona ka? When we look at Makebi Zulu is not the one who is holding the funeral, the burial. Mwanaka. Muntu wamina holding a burial, ni muntu wamina naenda kukoti. The person who is holding the burial of President ECL is a person who went to court. Ku South Africa, that is the person who is holding the burial, not Makebi Zulu. Man, let's not demonize everybody. At least these things are in the public domain. Everybody knows that. And being a lawyer or being a family spokesman, if they have chosen you to be a family spokesman, it doesn't mean that you lose your constitutional rights. It doesn't mean that because you are a spokesperson of a particular family, then your constitutional rights to run for to contest elections or to participate in any national affairs, then you are stripped of all those rights. No, there is no law in Zambia that says that Makebi Zulu cannot stand for elections, that says that Makebi Zulu is not eligible for elections. There is no law in Zambia. I want to make it clear. Imo baku UK uko munapunzira mulina ma masters. Imo baku UK uko mulina ma masters degree. You know exactly about the law. There is no law in Zambia that says that because Makebi Zulu was a family spokesman of President ECL family, then he cannot stand for elections. Then he cannot run for elections. And there is no law in Zambia that says that that until burial, then that's when Makebi Zulu can qualify to stand for elections. There is no law like that in Zambia. If imamuli ku UK uko wamene mukamba kamba Makebi Zulu is not supposed to be running, you have got no right. Makebi Zulu was born in Zambia. Makebi Zulu grew up in Lusaka. Makebi Zulu, even my parents back, we know where they are. Ku school kwa mene zoenda Makebi Zulu, we know that school. Tisibako ku school kwa Makebi Zulu. You can go pamunali pamene pajamuzapeza record ya Makebi Zulu. Go to University of Zambia, you're going to find the record of Makebi Zulu. He was born in Zambia, he grew up in Zambia, he went to school in Zambia. And a lot of people, my youths, you were in the same class with Makebi Zulu. You know that he was your classmate. So, being appointed to be a family spokesman doesn't strip him off of his constitutional rights under the laws of Zambia. I want to make it clear. Makebi Zulu is eligible to stand for elections. The problem which is there now is that they are afraid of conducting elections in 2026. They are afraid of elections. If you have done the right thing and you won elections in 2021 by 1 million votes. Why are you afraid to go to elections in 2026? You still have got a lot of support. You won with 1 million votes. Why are you afraid to come to elections? Eh? This is why I'm wearing this, my regalia. I'm wearing my regalia. It's because I want to inform the people that, look, these court systems who are trying to hold PF, PF is a democratic party. PF is a democratic party. Isiana na UPND. UPND, there is only one leader who is entitled to stand for elections. Only one person. For the last 20 years, is only one person who is contesting to be the head of UPND. Is only one person. And they want to bring that in PF. That's why Valeta Muntu libe support iliyonse. You have got no support. Nobody voted for you, and then you are claiming to be a PF president. We are going for convention so that we can choose a leader. Not at kutamangira ku court. Running to court. You see, elections are not conducted in court. This is what you don't understand. Elections are not won in court. Imwamine muna ndochita injunction kukawe. Pay the money that is needed. Angakupa senkoni boss wanu uyo. Uyo boss wanu uyo. Wamina kutumani kwendo diesa wantu ku South Africa majaji. Alina cash. Angakupa senkoni, he can give you, and then you can go and pay 200,000 and contest elections. In PF we believe in democracy. You understand? We don't believe in vamene vachitava UPND, whereby ku southern province uku, people started voting. People were even saying, "Oh, our candidate is this person." Uja muntu wanamfaka pressure. They put so much pressure on that person to the point that it became a crime to support a person. To the point that the candidate, which people wanted, was forced to go and report the to go and report the people who are supporting him. Like what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now, I am saying, I believe in Makebi Zulu is going to end load shedding. And that is Makebi Zulu. I want him to be the president of PF and the president of Zambia, obviously. And then Makebi Zulu is put under pressure to go and report me to the police that I am supporting him. Tell me, what crime is that? What is the name of that crime? It's called what? My lawyers, I want you to tell me what is the name of that crime code, because somebody from UPND went to report to police, these people are supporting me. These people are supporting me to be president of UPND. These people are supporting me. So I have come to report to them. What is the name of that crime? Excuse me. What is the name of that crime? And I want you to, imamina muna punzila law pa University of Zambia, nama universities yedago. Tell me, educate me, what is the name of that crime? And also, tell me which law in the Constitution was broken by people supporting a particular candidate in UPND. I want to know the Constitution where John Sangwa, please, mubwere mutiuzeko. John Sangwa, wakalambawandi, mubwere mutiuzeko. What law was broken by supporting somebody? That somebody, that candidate, had to go to the police to report to those people who were supporting him to be president. What law was broken? Mana, ndiye ma problems ya UPND. This is why UPND is afraid to go for elections. Mwana vamene vachitaka, they have insisted kuti ati kunkale constitutional amendment. There is not time for that. We don't want any constitutional amendment. And guess what? Because they know that in 2026 they cannot win elections, they are saying that we should increase from 5-year term of a president to 7-year term of a president. They want 2 more years. To do what? 2 more years of load shedding. People can die. A lot of people in the hospitals who are on oxygen are dying because of load shedding. And you want 2 more years to kill people through load shedding? No. There is nothing like extending the presidential term. Even in this issue of saying because we want a constitutional change because we want to do a delimitation. According to the present law that we have in Zambia, the constitution that we have now in Zambia, we don't need any new law to do delimitation. It's already there. The ECZ doesn't need to go to parliament or to do anything to conduct delimitation. The law that is there now has a provision for the ECZ to conduct delimitation. So if the population has grown and they want to do delimitation, they can do that without changing the constitution. My youths, let them not lie to you. My youths, let them not lie to you. It is there. They can do delimitation now. They don't need a new law. If they want to include women in politics, it's there already. The women can be appointed. There is no law that says a woman cannot be adopted or appointed as a minister or whatever. There is no law that says that. The Constitution is already providing for that. We don't need any constitutional change to include women in politics. We don't need any constitutional change to do delimitation. We don't need all that. Ni maboza eka ni beans yaka blanketi. And these people who are claiming to have papers for PF, you tell us who appointed, who voted for you. Because in PF, it's different from UPND. In PF, we have got democracy. We have got democracy. Even me, Pano, I can stand for president of PF. All I need to do is to pay for nomination fee. That's all. Kwasira. So iwe wamino kamba tulina mapepa ya PF yali in your bedroom. It's in your dreams. I can tell you that. Because Zambia is bigger than one person. Zambia is bigger than one person. It's in your dreams. You see? PF is a democratic party. This is why we argue. Like now, in PF, we have got a small group. This group is supporting this one, this group. Like my group, we are supporting Makebi Zulu. There's another group that is supporting Wamunduvire. There's another group that is supporting Given Luinda. There's another group that is supporting Wamonde, and so on and so on and so on. And when we have done the democratic process, that has gone through the democratic process, we are all going to come together and rally behind one candidate. That's how it is. That's how it is. So if Javokamba, we cannot have this, we cannot, kuenda kumakoti, elections are not won in court. Now I'm trying to inform you, elections are won on the ground, battleground. So I'm not going to go too much on nuclear energy because I don't want to give all the details. Kai wakangiwa vangambo kopolola nzeru zatu. Vangambo kopolola nzeru zatu. So nuclear energy will be the solution, and we had already started that initiative. It was already in the pipeline. So Makebi Zulu will just come and continue and finish it. Thank you for listening. God bless Zambia, and God bless the USA. Thank you.